Welcome back to my road to completion guide for Dark Souls 3. This is episode 7.1, and I wanted to insert this episode in between 7 and 8 just to provide you guys with a little bit more clarity on the boss fight coming up in episode 8. It is a very tricky boss fight, guys. Trust me, you're not supposed to be fighting this boss this early in the game. The reason why we have to defeat this boss for my run is because we need the 90,000 souls, okay? We get 90,000 souls for defeating this boss. That's gonna save you guys a ton of time farming for the souls, because we do need to get leveled up a little bit, right? And the second reason is because it gives us access to the final area of the game. The final area of the game has really good upgrade materials. We're gonna use those upgrade materials to give ourselves a better sword, a better staff, and that's gonna affect every other boss fight in the game. See what I mean? So it's very crucial that we get in there and make it through the fight. Now, in episode 8, I thought my commentary and the gameplay would be enough for you guys to, put it together, get that fight done, and push on through. I'm finding out now that it may not be the case. I just got a comment on episode 8, and this person was saying that they're having a lot of, they're struggling with that fight, and they really do feel like that it's just a fight that's too difficult, but the strategy is sound and it does work. And I brought this up in the commentary. Again, I probably should have elaborated on it, but in episode 8 I talk about the fact that we want to put the pillar in between us and the boss, cast Pestilent Mist, that keeps you guys safe. And I said the only tricky part about this fight is when the dancer sprints around the staircase. You notice in my gameplay, I think the dancer only does it once, maybe twice. But there are some times where the dancer just wants to sprint all the time, okay? And the fight can be extremely overwhelming at that point. It can be a little bit confusing, because if you don't sprint away from that boss at the right time, then the dancer's gonna come around the corner and hit you. Gonna knock you up in the air, you're gonna fall down to the ground. If you don't roll away quick enough, the dancer's gonna hit you again and you're dead, okay? And I'm thinking, based on the comment, and I could be wrong, but that's probably where the frustration is. Maybe the RNG is kicking in and giving advantage play to the dancer. So if it comes down to damage, and it seems like based on this comment, that's what it's coming down to, that this person's just dying a lot and it's becoming frustrating, and I get that. That's why I have you guys with the safety save in that episode, stuff like that. If it gets frustrating, if you feel like you're just not leveled up enough, if the boss is just sprinting around that corner and doing a ton of damage and you're dying really quick, all I want you guys to do is this, okay? Go back to the bonfire where you guys killed Vort, that bonfire. I'm showing it on the gameplay here in this clip. I'm just repeating it. All you want to do is run up and kill the knights, the 3 knights, okay? Now there's one knight that has a huge tower shield. That knight's a little bit tricky to kill because you have to wait for the shield to be down before you can do damage. What you want to do to make that happen is just get your distance. The more distance you have on that enemy, the more that enemy tends to drop the shield, and then you guys can do maximum damage. But what you want to do is kill the knights and then pick up the gear. Okay, pick up what they drop. That's actually in some cases more important than getting the souls for getting the kill. Okay, not only you guys going to be collecting souls for killing all 3 knights, but the gear, you can sell that back at the Shrine Handmade. And all the gear sells for like 500 souls a piece. See what I mean? So you guys can kill those 3 enemies, go back to the bonfire, rest. That will spawn the enemies in again, run back up there, kill them again. You guys are probably going to get anywhere between 35, I would say like 3,500 and 8,000 souls. It just depends on the drops. You see what I mean? And it's not going to take you guys long to level up. So if it comes down to just health, do that, okay? Level up your health as much as you guys want to. Spend as much time as you want to at that bonfire farming those knights, and then go in there and use the strategy that I showed you guys. Trust me, that is an easy strategy. It feels like it's not made for beginners because it is so easy to die really quick to the boss, but trust me, that is a beginner strategy, right? Hiding behind a pillar, keeping your distance with your shield up, and you're only really moving around as you see the dancer moving around. I don't know how it can be any easier than that, but I can see how it doesn't feel easy if you're dying 20 times, right? How can the strategy be easy if you're dying 15, 20 times, right? But it's just coming down to the fact that that boss does a lot of damage. That's really it. The strategy is easy, okay? But you guys just over level for that fight, and that's going to keep you guys safe. Not to mention, if you guys do want to spend that time to level up, it's just going to help you guys for the rest of the game anyway. So you really can't go wrong, right? But you definitely want to defeat this boss now. Trust me, we need the souls. We need the upgrade materials. It's really going to help us for the rest of the run. And I kind of brought this up in episode 7, around the 16.5-minute mark. I talked about, hey, if you guys don't have enough souls to get the level 25 intelligence, find a bonfire, farm enemies. But I just didn't elaborate on it enough. I should have told you guys specifically, hey, if you're having problems with the dancer or the Boreal Valley fight, farm the knights. But I guess I just thought that with the gameplay and the commentary I gave you, that you would make that assumption on your own, which is my fault. I should never, and this is something that I try to do when I make guides. I try to leave all the assumptions out of it. You know what I mean? I do all the assuming on my end. I assume the worst and I plan. I assume that not every player can do X, Y, Z, and I plan to help that player. And if I can help that player, then I help everybody. And I do my best at it. But somehow along the way with the commentary and the gameplay, even though I knew what I was trying to tell you guys, I should have just said it. I should have said, hey, if you guys are having problems with the dance for the Boreal Valley fight, farm the knights. But just like with the safety saves, when I've told you guys before, hey, I'm setting up safety saves, 3 times in this episode, but you can set up safety saves 20 times in this episode, right? You can do that on your own. I just assumed, right, which is again my fault. I assumed that you guys will put it together that, hey, I can farm for souls too. I'm not limited to putting my intelligence at 25. If I want to take it to 30, then I can. But that was my fault. See what I mean? So I take responsibility for that, which is the reason why I'm making this video. You guys can read his comment over on episode 8. You can read my reply. My job is to help you guys get your trophies. Okay. I do my best to give you quality episodes. I'm trying to cover all the, tick all the boxes, right? Check in all the boxes. It's extremely tough to do. You will never know until you put one of these together how tough it is to plan for every possible scenario. This guide alone took over 250 hours to create, and I'm gonna make mistakes. Like I said, in the gameplay and the commentary, if you watch back, you'll see that I was trying to tell you to farm, but I should have just said farm the knights. That's what I should have said in episode 8. It should have been a part of that commentary. So don't be afraid to leave feedback. Don't be afraid to say, hey, this is not working for me. Let's figure out a new way to do this. When I help you, okay, figure it out, if I go, hey, I need to put this in as a correction, I'll do that. And then that helps, how many other players, right? So I don't have a problem doing that, guys. I don't have a problem taking time to send you guys 20 replies in the YouTube comment section. I think this person posted, Onwards to Mail is his name, by the way. Cool guy, good feedback. He left me the comment, I think 31 minutes later I replied. I'm pretty quick on replying the comments, guys. So, when you leave a comment, stay by your computer for a few seconds and you'll probably get a reply back. And I don't mind doing that all day long with you. My job is to help you get your trophy. I don't care how long it takes me to help you get your trophy. I'm going to help you get it. See what I mean? And that's the point of us joining together in this community and doing these trophy hunts. But I never want you guys to feel like you have to abandon your trophy and achievement hunt, right? That makes me feel like horrible when I hear that type of feedback, is that, hey, I'm going to abandon this trophy hunt because your guide wasn't good enough. Well, like I said, if it wasn't good enough, let's make it good enough. You know what I mean? Let's get you through it. Again, I'll reply to you in the comments. We can do a correction like this. Heck, if it's not good enough, you guys know me, I will scratch the whole series and redo it, because at the end of the day, I want my guides to be quality for you guys. So I want you to know that going forward. If you guys are watching this, you get to episode 15 or 16 or 17 and you're confused, leave a comment. I got you. I'm going to reply. We're going to get you through it. No problem. Whatever we have to do. I've also got my PSN up. You guys, we can always share play. If you guys send me a friend request on PSN, but I have to know that it's you from YouTube. I get a lot of friend requests. So you just put in the, you can send me a message, right, with your friend request. Just say, hey, this is such and such from YouTube. I had the question about, you know, the dancer fight or whatever. And I'll either reply to you there via the comments. The good thing about the PlayStation Network, guys, is we can get our headsets on, break out our mics, and we can talk, right? And we don't have to do 20 texts back and forth through the YouTube comments. Not that I mind it, but we can get interaction over on the PSN. That's the beauty of the way the PSN is set up. So we can talk. I can watch you play the game. You can share play with me. I can view your experience, and I can talk you through it. See what I mean? Until the trophy pops, I can talk you through it. I don't mind. As long as I've got the time to do it, guys. And especially now when our community is so small, I may not be able to do this once we hit, 10,000 subscribers or something. But trust me, if I have the time, I don't mind, okay? So keep that in mind as you watch this series and other series up on the channel that I'm going to be dropping this month and in the future, okay? So I hope that clarifies everything and helps you guys out. Onwards to mail, my invitation still stands for you if you want to hit me up this evening or something like that, and we can get you through. But hopefully this correction was good enough as well if you're watching this video. But again, the reply that I left you in the comments, I stand by that. So if you get home today and you want to get together, or tomorrow or any other time, and work on this and push through that fight, trust me, if you get through this fight, it's such a crucial fight. Trust me, guys. The rest of the game is really not that tricky at all, okay? This is just one of those crucial moments in the guide where you guys just have to push through and kill this enemy. So hopefully that clarifies everything. Leave me some comments if it didn't, and of course I'll clarify there. But hopefully you guys enjoy episode 8. Talk to you then.